We used to be hoping to find.
All right. Hello, hello. Are you the observer? I think you are. Yes. I can't have much to observe. Alright, scroll down and type if you're somebody new. Alright. I was right. You are the psycho observer. Or go a long ways with it. Okay, okay. Welcome to the room. We actually have somebody new. Oh, Joyce. Turn this down. Hi, Joyce. Ah, I see. I told you I know when you come in. First I said, Sage. I'm in the middle of moving my altar. So I'll be on and off camera looking at the board. Yeah, I changed my music. Now I'm changing my altar. So there's lots of change going on here. See? Change is good. I can see the board, you just can't see me. Go ahead and type, I'll respond to you. I have to do a little smudging real quick. Clear and cleanse the energy in this space, in this fabric. Clear and cleanse the energy in this space, in this fabric. I know I said I wouldn't be online, but I'm rested as much as I had tried to stay from this. I'm moving my altar from facing north to facing east, or as close to east as possible. Yes, exactly. Well, what I was doing was working for me, but I'm noticing I need more space. I need a larger altar. because my work is growing, or I'm growing. So, you know, the direction I was working in for that time being was the right and correct direction for me at that time. But now things have shifted. Ooh, look at the candle I made yesterday. Yeah, say what you want, but it's still powerful. I'm not sure about this whole get up and go. Goo-hoo. Alright, now if I'm to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, that's not very spiritual of you, Brian. All that belching. Ooh, this is nice. I feel like my spirit's already expanding. Because my altar's expanding. Ooh. Not sure where we're going with this. Put that there for now. How's your day, Joyce? Are you having a good day? It's still loud, huh? I think my keyboard's off. It's time to charge the batteries. Connected. There, that's better. I can hear myself think now. Okay. Yeah. We're going to have to readjust everything, I know. Now I gotta get a dish for my coffee. Or not my coffee, but my guide's coffee. So that I do not spill coffee on my fabric, I have to put the dish down for the coffee for the spirit guides. Yeah, I spilled coffee this morning, offering it to my guides. That's when I said, "You need a bigger space, dork, because your big hands in this coffee cup just isn't working anymore. You've outgrown this space." Call me dork. Brian, how dare you? But I'll end up still using this space that I was using as an altar at certain times, depending on what work and which direction I'm working with for whatever I'm working with for whatever client that I'm working for, under, who, and over. And repeatedly again and again and again. But for my main altar, we are going to a new direction. And I need to get a smaller coffee cup for my spirit guides. They don't need the same size that I drink out of. They need like an espresso coffee cup. And I believe I'm moving ink. Yeah, I used to have some, and I got rid of them. Because they were too small and dainty for me. Come on, look at these big ass hands. I tried to use the teacup, but I'll just go to the Salvation Army and find something that calls to me. Preferably something with angels on it, or something plain. But now that I'm having more room for my altar, I feel like Angel Serena wants to go to the altar space. So, let's ask. Serena, are you asking to move down to the altar space? Okay, hold on. I can't get a good read up there. I hear yes, but you know, it's nice to, well, that's why it's so funny. I have a new, speaking of which, I have a new measurement device on my Apple phone because the new app, it has a built-in measuring device. So we can measure my hand right now, and I can show you. My hand is, oh, hold on, wait, too near. Let's see, come on. Let's not get to it. Oh, okay, there we go. That's a little, that's a little small. It's saying it's 6.5 inches. I know I have a 7-inch hand. No. Whose other review? Oh, I don't. That's some stalker that followed me from Aranum like months ago. It's the same person. Like literally. I take like weeks and weeks off at a time, and the moment that I log in, they're here. Yeah. They're the absorber because they're healthy and they're just observing. Fucking weirdos. You know, as a healer, I attract many sick people into my life. Okay, how do I... Should we bring the statue of Serena down onto the altar? So we bring the statue of Serena down onto the altar. I was getting a yes. And I still received a yes. Alright. But first we gotta get set back up. Water needs to go over there. Air needs to go to the east. It's just gonna be reversed. Hello, we have a third person in the room now, Joyce. Let's welcome them. Welcome, welcome. How are we doing? Welcome to the room. Okay, I'm almost there. So I'm reading the board, even though I'm off camera a little bit. I'll go over there so you can see me. Alright, there you go. Kind of see me. I don't really want you looking at my altar, but you can see me. So, oh, somebody speaks palmistry. So we're gonna go air to the east. Right? Facing east. Did we already get this one? Water would be to the west, which is where we offer coffee. Air to the east. Oh, I feel all discombobulated. Thank you, thank you. Very nice. Now I have room to work. Yay! That's much. It feels much. I feel like I have more room. Like you know, because your altar is an extension of your being, and since I just expanded my altar, I do feel that my spiritual being and presence has expanded. Yeah. Hello, we have 4 people in the room now. 3 of them will probably engage and say hello. One of them's just a silent observer. That's what we, you know, because I'm a healer, I want to promote a healthy way of thinking and engaging with people, even if they're a little odd. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I just lost the battery. Hold on. Oh, it's coming back. Come on. There it is. I gotta charge the batteries. I'm gonna put them on right now. Come on. Alright. Alright, hold on. I knew I was delaying this a little too long. I can't see you, although you can see me. Give me a second. Let me grab some backup batteries for the mouse. Please, if you're new to the room, all you have to do is start with a little engagement by scrolling down and typing. Oh, I'm sure you're not new to this. Hold on. All right. Welcome back, Brian. Oh, now you want to work. They're teasing me because I went and got backup batteries. Oh, it's still not working too well, but all right, we'll put new batteries in. Oh, that could have been why. Little rosemary in a sensor. Do you have rosemary in your sensor today? Okay, I had rosemary in my sensor. Hello, welcome. Greetings. This is good. Now this room's just gonna be off limits to my visitors. That's very nice. I do believe in change. Because let's see. Earth, wind, fire, water. I love this time of year that we're coming into. Okay. See, my altar's not really east. It's more of a southeast. But that's better than the north. I mean, not that there was anything wrong with north, but I mean, I could shift it that way, but then that would like shrink my room. I like it the way it is. I'm hearing you're fine. Stop over obsessing with it. You're at 133 degrees. $133. So we're just going to call that east. Although it's a few degrees off. It's still in the correct direction, somewhat. You see the decisions that I have to make in my life? Somebody asked me today, how do you know if you're on the right path? And I would assume, you know, I have been thinking about that question and my response to that question periodically throughout the day. Not obsessively, but periodically. And I was like, you know, was I a little too harsh, direct? You know, I can be a little abrasive at times. And blunt. And then I thought, well, if this person's asking me if they're on their right path, then this would allude, and I would automatically assume somebody that has a question such as this, then they have a spiritual connection of some sort. So then, if they have a question that is a spiritual question, then the question is if they are on the right path, then I believe that my response was correct, which was a question. I responded to them with a question, which is, do you meditate? Do you have a daily spiritual practice? You know, are you engaging on your path as a spiritual person? I'm pretty sure that their lack of response was a no. So that's what I'm saying is this is an example of me engaging my life path, which is a spiritual path, on a daily basis, either through prayer, meditation, working in some way with my altar or candles. Like yesterday, I didn't do anything spiritual. I prayed in the morning. Did I pray? What was yesterday? Yesterday's Monday. Ooh, I prayed yesterday. I didn't have time for meditation because I was doing real late spiritual work. But even though I was like, I'm going to go home and sit in front of the TV and lay down on the couch and I'm not going to do anything, I still got my lazy ass up because I'm not lazy. That's just a incorrect way of speaking about myself. But I ended up making a candle. Like, that's what I was doing for my relaxation time. I made a candle. Or shall I say, I reworked the candle. I was reworking a candle. So this candle was from the dollar store. And I took it and I melted it down. And I did what I did to it. And that's what I did. But that was my little relaxation time. So I found cooking and working with candles and relaxing because that's part of my life path. So by engaging with things that I consider to be part of my life path, that brings me into alignment. So if I'm in alignment, then I feel good. So this is why I was saying to the person earlier today when they asked me, how do you know if you're on your correct path? Well, first off, you should be doing something spiritual daily. And second off, if you're not, then that means that you're out of alignment. And obviously, if you're out of alignment, that means you're off your path, right? I think so. Ooh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to light this baby. What do you think, Joyce? What do you think about that? What do you think? What do you feel? Engage. Anybody else? You know, you can feel and engage. Ask a question. I see that there's other people in the room. Okay. Okay. North. Air. North. That would be. So you're a mirror image now, Brian. I have a hard time with that mirror image shit. Like when you see things in a mirror image in your head, it's like a little dyslexic. I don't know. Or shall I say, when you're used to looking at something a certain way and then you switch it, it's like a little distortion. Okay. Hey, it's Gray. Hey, Gray. Oh, you were listening. Yeah, I'm just rambling. I had a friend that asked me a question earlier who I'm always harping on about certain things. So, yeah, I wasn't trying to be mean with him, but I kind of walked away from that going, if I would have said that to somebody else who I didn't have a prior connection with, then I probably would have sounded like a cold-hearted asshole. But since I know this person and engage with this person periodically or frequently, which word would be correct? I guess either. You could use either, right? Either, in the ether. But I was like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. So right now I'm in the middle of rearranging my altar, Gray. I had my altar in the direction of north, and now I'm going into the direction of east. Or at least I'm moving into, it's close east, it's more of a southeast, but that's still better than north. So that's what I'm doing right now. East. Fire. How are you doing, Gray? Fire. candles are in the east. I love it. Now my candles are in the right direction. They're automatically in the east. I like it. Well, they might be in the broad east, but they're in the east. I thought it was interesting how I really didn't plan on working with a candle yesterday. And I really planned on relaxing. But I have an old soul, like a chef. I like to cook. And working with, I've always worked with herbs and spices my entire life. I started off as a cook and did a little chefing. And then I quit doing, professional cooking. And wouldn't you know it, I gave up cooking so I could be more focused on my spiritual path, and it turns out I'd still use herbs. I still cook. It's just not for me. It's for spirit. Fire east. I like this. Fire east. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. Because I'm going to have to climb over my chair to get to my altar to face east to worship. Let me turn my fan on. It's a little difficult for me sometimes, you have people that come into your life and you care about them or whatnot, and it's, you point out things to them, and like, regardless, it's all about timing. I know this. I know it's all about timing. I gotta remind myself this. It's all about timing. Gray, how are you doing? We have fire in the east. Now in the west, it's going to be in the rear. This is a complete distortion of what I'm used to. Oh, that's nice. Isn't that nice? Congratulations. That's west. Okay, we're more west. Okay, so that's good. So west now, Brian. So if that's west, then that's the solid east. I know that's a solid east. But we're facing that to be east. See, I'm still distorted. Okay. No, you're not. You're going to move everything east. Congratulations on your move. I'm trying to shift things around in my brain, and it's not connecting. I'm looking in that direction, and I'm like, I want this direction that I'm looking in to be east. Really? It's not that far off. It's really not that far off, but I'm a Virgo. So I'm like, ugh, it's getting to me. So if that's going to be east, then that's going to be west. And if that's west, that's going to be south. North. Air. Air. Oh yeah, I'm Virgo's son. Not only, it's a double whammy, Gray. Not only am I a Virgo's son, but I'm also a hermit. That's like a double whammy. That's like a double Virgo. A hermit that likes everything in order. I'm not like that completely. I mean, I do have things that are disarray in my building, but that's because I've learned that life's too busy. Like tarot, like if I had a card in tarot that represented me, it would be the Hermit card. North, east, south. So we're gonna put water in the south. Well, the chalice is not necessarily the water container. The chalice is not the water container, so the chalice could go in any direction that you want it to be in. And the seashell represents water and earth. So, north, that's south. Oh, the seashell. How many times fast can you say seashell? Hello, welcome guests. Scroll down and type. Say hello. We're just engaging. I will switch this because I'm obviously being blocked right now. So, there we go. We'll switch that over. I'm in the middle of rearranging my altar, my space, my workspace. There we go. That's a little clear, more clear. Yeah, the altar I was using, it was too small. I've outgrown it. So I have now expanded my spiritual space, which makes me feel like I have lots more work to do. I want to bring Angel Serena down onto the altar. So let's see which direction. She should just face from east. Correct. Thank you. Duh. Alright, Angel Serena is now going onto the altar. Because she's the angel that represents divine abundance. Hi, Bella Marina. Bella Marina, how are you doing? It's a 10-second delay. You'll get used to it. Don't even think about it. Hi, Bella. Ah, I think Serena's still going to be on camera. I don't believe that me and Bella have met before. Ooh. Now, I think we should put the money request at the feet of Angel Serena, because she is the angel that brings in the divine abundance. Well, how about I call you Marina? How are you doing? Welcome to the room. She's like, yeah, I was just discussing about how my brain's a little warped because I'm switching my altar directions. And here you are introducing yourself with the name you want me to remember that has nothing to do with the name that appears when you type. Exercise your brain, Brian. I think that's what Bella is, Azia, Asia, Bella, Marina. Be like, are you on the lam? How many names do you go by? Why do you have 3 names? Welcome to the room. How long have you been watching or listening? Did you catch anything of what we were talking about? Joyce, are you still? Joyce left. I gave Joyce too much to think about at one time. She left. She left. It's your first time in the room, Marina. I like the name Marina because I met a Marina one time who left a huge impact on me. Alright, I had a crush on her. That was the impact she left on me. Okay, we have water. We have candles. We have altar. We have crystals. Oh, wow. Or what? Or what? That was a little forceful, a little blunt, a little direct, a little demanding. I could be a little, I like my ass buttered a little bit before somebody chews it. You're not very spiritual, Bella. Oh, I do tarot card readings. I do small connections with no questions asked. If you like to ask questions, that would be a charge. But I do small connections to show that I can connect, which means I would connect in some way, probably with something that was going on with you in your life that you could acknowledge that, okay, you can connect. And then if you would like to ask questions, you would pay me and I would do a reading for you because I am a professional. That's okay, I understand the English barrier, language barrier. I like this. Okay. So if you like a small connection, you have to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you can get future notifications. I give you a small connection without any questions asked, because asking means you want a reading. If you want a reading, that's a paid service. Do you understand, Bella? You saw she rubbed me the wrong way. Now I'm referring to her as Bella. That's what her name says in the board. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Feels like there should be something else said after that. Please take a number. Welcome to the room. I should turn that light on. Relax. Do you do free readings or what? Damn. Not really. I mean, I do free connections. The readings are something like, oh, Brian, look into my relationship with Mark. Okay, that's a love reading. That's good. Cost you. I have a thing called 2 questions for 555. I'm actually in the middle of doing a little altar rearranging, and just kind of turned on the channel just to be here for some conversation. Whoever just walked into the room with their fingers, please just scroll down a little bit more and engage. You can scroll down and engage. If I'm off camera, I can still read the board and respond. So I'm going to be on and off camera. Like right now, I'm turning on a light, stepping off camera for a second. Now I'm back. Oh, we got 6 people in the room. How are we doing? Welcome. Welcome. So I am a healer. I do readings as well. As you can see, I just switched the board. We should go. And how's everything on here? Has it moved in the right directions? Is this a good spot for the coffee for spirit lands? Maybe I should look at Okay, this only works if you scroll down and engage in conversation. Other than that, you're just kind of staring like a, well, somebody that's into watching. I already have one of those in the room, by the way. Hmm. Ooh. Could do that. Okay. That wasn't Is this better? Is this energy flowing better? It does feel better. Oh, welcome back, Joyce. I'm just checking the energy flow of the altar. I mean, realistically, this whole area is an altar. But I try to, I don't know, I'm thinking, I guess. Not sure, Joyce. uh, what are you doing? It kind of feels good to be online rambling, having people stare at me, not engaging with me. Yeah, I got 4 of them now. There was 6 a second ago. I know, they're used to having people do all the work for them, and I tell them, you have to scroll down and engage, or you're just called somebody who is, you're just an observer if you don't engage. I already have enough observers. Ooh, would it smoke all the way down? That is a good idea, isn't it? We're going to have to try. I have an idea for something. Off camera for 10 seconds. What are you gonna do, Joyce, now that you're off work? What are you going to do? Well, because now I have fabric for my altar. I have fabric for the altar, and I was like, how are you going to burn incense for the altar? You know, you don't want the fabric, ash getting all over the fabric. So, this, an empty candle canister. I wonder if it's going to allow it to burn down. You know, us Virgos, we're always thinking. I love those candles from the dollar store. They make great change collectors, incense burners. You can rework candles. Oh, thank you, Gray. I'm a great rambler. I like to play off people, though, so you have to say something every once in a while. I'm still here. Don't worry. That's my work area now, huh? Or that's my work area. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like that should be not part of it. Perhaps if you cut the ribbons off the fucking thing. There you go with your language again, Brian. Not very spiritual, are you? Ooh, what am I going to do with all that ribbon, Joyce? I'm still here. I can see the board. All you have to do is type, and I can respond. I am just... Oh. I have a reindeer here. It's nice. It's very festive. A little early, but festive. Okay, how's that gonna work for you, Brian? Are you going to the gym, Joyce? Maybe I'll just go back to calling you Bunny. That incense went out. It did not work. Thank you. That's true. We can just put it right in there. Or we can just be daring, let it burn the way it's gonna burn. Ooh, I like. This is my first bell. Well, it's not a bell, it's a singing cup. Singing cup. God bless. It's nice. I was using it as a mortar and pestle though. This thing's old. And good. Yes. Now what are we going to do? Now where are we going to go? Ooh, pen. It's coming together. Doing a little spiritual cleaning. That does go good there because it blocks the fan from blowing on any candles that I might have burning. That's a good idea. I can dig it. That I can get with that. Oh. That's what I asked if you were going to the gym. You go, tigress. Mm-hmm. This is good. I just got to remember, it's an altar, not a work area. It's a worship area, a prayerful area. So my workspace is going to move over slightly to the right of it. I actually have somebody gifted me a cutting board, like a very large wood, like a real solid wood cutting board. They gifted it to me a few years ago. And I try to put my spiritual path before anything. So I never used it for food. It actually it actually went right into being my spiritual cutting board. It's what I work on when I do spiritual things. It's my workspace. Why would I have to move the whole room in front when I just have to open the curtains that are here and it would be part of the front room? I have the curtains here to separate it, to have separate workspace, because that was the meditation room and where I do readings for clients when they come to the physical office. Because my spiritual space is kind of private. You know, I don't like you know, like where I work to do prayer and meditations and intentions for myself or clients. It's not where I want people that are walking by the building to look in the window and see. Or even, for that matter, company that comes over or clients that come over, they don't need to see my entire workspace. Because when people cast their looks on things, they're casting their energy on things. So now that I have my altar here, if I ever have company, I'll be like, you're not allowed in that area. You know, I legitimately will ask my company, please don't go in that workspace. Stay out of that workspace. Because I don't want their energy on my crystals and candles and prayers. So that would go for my family members, friends, anybody. But I would tell them, please stay out of that work area. Oh, now you will really not be allowed. Because before my altar was behind a door, I could slide the door shut. And, well, you leave your communist beliefs at the door. Come in my building with that mentality. You don't say. So, in all actuality, this is kind of considered an altar, a little bit, and then it wraps around and goes there, over there. So this is not really an altar, but it could be an altar, considering everything up here is a spiritual tool. Well, it is. Yeah, it is very important to have privacy when you are a working spiritual practitioner. Because, as I said, when people look at things, they are casting their energy on things. So if you have, you know, say I'm doing work for a client for whatever reason, I don't want somebody else's energy part of that work. It's, you know, it's very important to keep the energy pure and clean. Hi. Well, hopefully here in America, by the time we are a full communist country, I mean socialist country, that I'll be dead and gone. But that shit happens pretty quick when it happens, so who's to say? I might still be here. Is he alluding that we're turning into a socialist communist country? I think he might be. Oh, I love the selenite. It's very powerful. You know, here's something though about crystals. At least something I'm noticing about crystals. The longer when you first get a crystal, you're like, oh wow, you feel its energy? You know, you feel its energy and everything. And then like after using it for 6 months or a year, you're like, is this fucking thing still working? You're like, because your energy is adjusted and attuned to it, you don't feel its energy anymore, because has done what it needs to do for you. You know what I'm saying? So once it shifts your energy space, then you don't feel it anymore. It's still working, but your frequency has adjusted to the crystal's frequency, so you don't feel the energy anymore. You know? Yeah. So it could be that you just get used to that frequency. I gotta admit, when I sit behind this selenite wand, I don't really feel it, but now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, yeah, perhaps you are feeling it. You're just used to it. I saw a selenite wand on eBay. I have a wand. I have my own wand. That's not a selenite wand, but that is a large slab of selenite. And I saw a selenite wand on eBay it had a handle of a Hollywood tree. And I was like, ooh, that thing is sexy. Like, I almost was like, well, I have a wand that was made specially for me by somebody in my spiritual family. And I was like, this wand was made for you. You can't go get another wand. And then I was justifying in my head going, you could be a wand collector. Maybe you're a wand collector. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, Gray. Because I have some crystals that is when I got them, I was like I could literally feel the energy just like bombarding me, you know? And now I'm like putting my hand in front of it, and I'm like, is this thing working? You're like, I don't feel anything anymore. Where before, whenever I got it, it would be like blasting its energy at me, and I could literally feel it on my entire body. And now I'm like, is this thing working? So what has happened is my body has adjusted to that frequency. It's still working. It's still doing what it's supposed to do. But I'm always, if I'm in its presence every day, or every other day I'm in its presence, so my body's always maintaining that frequency. So I don't feel it because I'm on the same frequency. Yeah, I've thought about that myself. Except I don't have the time. All my extra time goes into meditation, prayer, or doing intention work for myself or clients. Like yesterday, I don't know if I showed you, but yesterday, just because I wanted to relax, and I was relaxing out of nowhere, I was like, I buy these dollar store candles for $1, hence the Dollar Tree. And yesterday I was like, ooh, you should go down and melt that wax and rework it. So that's what I did. And it actually condensed. It's the same amount of wax, but because I melted it, I guess they aerate their wax to expand it and they get more out of it. So I did that, and then I reworked it and did blessings and added things to it, and so that's what I do with my extra time. I'm a chef, not an artiste. No. I like this. All day looks good. So now we can actually put this over here, like that, and that. Here's my wand. This is a very nice special wand. I was showing my wand. It was handmade for me. The damn light on top of my head. My hair's too short. Am I getting thin hair or what? Fucking nature. That's alright. I'm still good looking. You should try a rose quartz wand, Joyce. Get a 7-inch rose quartz wand. Yeah, that's what I said. If it goes too thin, I'll look good bald. No, it won't. I've always had thin hair. Thick hair, but thin hair. It's thicker when it's longer. Yeah, actually, that's I believe what is it? A juju bead tree. And the whole thing is clayed. What does a juju bead tree look like? Let's find out. Let's ask Google. Google knows everything. Because they listen to everything I'm saying. I'm surprised I don't just turn my phone on and, what do you know? Jujube tree. How'd you know? How'd you know that that's what I wanted, Google? You spying bitch. No, I'm sorry. Jujube. I couldn't even say it because I was holding back a laugh. Oh wow. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. Is that the same thing as dates? Or jujube? That one looks like a date. Which I just got my friend at work gave me about 5 pounds of dates today. Oh man, I tell you what, those things are so good. Okay, let's see, spiritual purpose. Spiritual purpose jujube tree. Let's see. Oh, how come you're doing that to me, Google? Spiritual purpose, jujube, GPB, DBB tree. Okay, jujube wood is also made into Malaya prayer beads for meditation and metaphysical properties for juju wood. It is believed to facilitate spiritual healing. Okay, so that's obviously I remembered correctly. This is the tree that my wand is made out of, because hence I am a healer. The presence of saints under Christ, thorn jujube trees imparted to Lo for this purpose. Funny how I ended up working today, somewhat. This is somewhat working. I'm talking, I'm online. Oh no, is that really true? I think perhaps the thorns, they say the thorn of Christ, the crown of thorns, I think that was made from juju. I don't know, if my tongue's like, doesn't want to say that. Juju bee tree. Okay, the Holy Crown, Christ's crown of thorns, is certainly the Holy Shroud and the most precious Christ. Oh wow. So I did not know this. Look, I'm learning something new. Christ's thorn jujube, so they're supposedly the crown of thorns that they placed on Christ's head was made from the jujube tree. That's very interesting knowledge. I did not know this. Apart from the date palm, 7 spices of trees are clearly mentioned in the Quran: fig, olive, pomegranate, and tamarisk. Or also known as the juju berry, and the tree of hell, or zakuman, probably Ethiopia. Okay. Wow. This is very interesting. Today I'm reading about the jujube tree being made, the crown of thorns being made from this tree, which is also my wand. And I also received quite a bit of pounds of dates today. And dates are from the palm tree. And Christ, they laid palm fronds, branches of the palm, down on the ground as Christ made his way, carrying his cross on his back. It's interesting. I think the Christ, the Spirit of the Christ, is reminding me something. Hello, Kimchi Bay. Oh, Libra, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Scorpio, Venus here. Hi. Well, you're just an emotional person, aren't you? You're like, Libra, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Venus. How much? Hopefully you're balanced, and hopefully you're balanced. If you're not balanced, you're very emotional. Most of the time, people who are Libras are not balanced because they're too busy balancing other people. So you're a very emotional person, huh? How do I figure all of what, Joyce? I just had two. I was just talking about two things: Christ or they being emotional. That's because they know what their birth chart is. I know what my birth chart is. There's High Libra Sun, so they're a Libra Sun sign. Their moon sign is in Virgo, and they're a Scorpio Venus rising. Scorpio is in Venus rising. Correct? Chimli Bay? Chim. I don't know why I said Lee. Kimchi. Forgive me, I'm giddy today. Yeah, Joyce. You gotta know your birth time and location. I'm just gonna call you Kim. Hi, Kim. Welcome to the room. I just rearranged my altar, and I feel all giddy and good. Yeah, so the one thing I don't like about... Hey, don't be so sexually explicit in the room. So, Kimchi, the way this works is I do a small connection here to show you I can connect. And then if you like to ask two questions, I'm offering two questions for 5.55 USD. So I kind of just talk, rant. Yeah. And then if somebody is seeking a true reading, then, I'm a paid professional. And I do two questions for $5.55 just because that's pretty much giving it away for free. I charge more than that for a 10-minute reading at the event that I'm doing on the weekends all month long. And then if you're in my physical office, it's $40 USD to do a reading. So that's why the 5.55 is it's kind of like, it's an exchange of energy. Like, I give my time and energy for being here and doing connections and readings. Yeah, you liked that, didn't you, Joyce? I feel good. You know what it is? It's the selenite behind me. It's like, yeah, I'm like an old junkie. I don't feel anything. This crystal isn't working anymore. Here, I will pull a few cards to connect with you without you asking me a question. No, I do not do free readings. I do a free connection. So that means don't ask me a question or you will ruin it. Yes, I do work through PayPal. Most definitely. And, would you like my PayPal address? Would you like my PayPal address? Yeah, so this selenite is still working just fine, Gray. Oh, I just threw sixes at you, left-handed. I didn't mean that. Well, you know my energy. See, that's one thing I don't understand about spiritual people. And I got a few spiritual people in the room right now, so this could be the open discussion topic. I don't understand this about spiritual people. And I'm not saying all spiritual people. I'm just saying some spiritual people. They come into my room. They're very experienced with spiritual work. They're very aware of my unique energy. They compliment it. They will compliment me on it. And then they will want something for free or nothing. I don't understand that. Because they should be like, wow, I love your energy. You obviously dedicate a major part of your life, time and energy in maintaining it. And financially maintaining it. But then they want to take for free. They want to take for nothing. So I don't understand that. But thank you for bringing that up, Kimchi. And thank you for the compliment. Did you see how I just worked that? Okay, if we can connect with Kimchi, please. I haven't touched this deck of cards in months, so I have no idea where we're going to go with it. Kimchi Bay. I know, but I kind of was like directing that at you. And the observers that are in the room that are just the observers who are just absorbing. But I guess for as many people that like to take for nothing, I have just as many people that like to just be present. Okay. Hold on, let me go get the other deck. That is not resonating with this deck. Hold on. How dare he talk to me that way? I'm actually didn't even come on to do readings today. I kind of just came on to come on. But since I'm here, I can do this for you. If you like, you have to subscribe to the channel if you would like this connection and click the bell. Once I see that you have subscribed and clicked the bell, then I can see that's an exchange of energy. You subscribe, click the bell so that you can help build my channel. And then I give you that small connection. I almost forgot that. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Kenchi. They. Okay. If you'd like to have a reading, you can always take my PayPal address and we can go from there. Add me on Facebook. I do all my private readings through Facebook or Skype. Okay. Alright, so what we are picking up on is your energy is a little off right now, a little unbalanced, but it's also has something to do with connected with your heart chakra and love. So we're picking up on some emotional withdrawal, and you need to move, yeah, they're showing you trying to move forward at this time in life through this love issue, okay? I think... How about that angelic candle? Needs to come down here now. We gotta fill that spot. Fill the void. Yeah, well, your energy needs to be cleared and reopened, brought back into alignment. You know, you're obviously holding on to some emotional loss that you're trying to work through. Okay, so that's what I do. As you can see, hold on, here it comes. Boom, angelic golden ray healing. This is my expertise. And remote energy healing anywhere in the world in a matter of minutes. It's actually from 12th dimensional angelic energy. It's not Reiki. It's a higher vibration. I don't have to tell you. You can see it and feel it already. As you've already said. Okay. Altar's done. I like it. My altar's all good. Oh, thank you, Gray. Is it somebody else bitching and ranting? I mean, uh, I give a lot of things away for free, but people have to. I just don't understand other spiritual people that have that reasoning. Like somebody who is not spiritual, like mainly Christians, and I can say this because I have a Christian background, but like Christians will be like, well, if you truly believed in God and you were a Christian, then you wouldn't be asking for money for healings. Where does that say? Where does it say that in the Bible? that's usually comes from people who have zero connection to God and understanding, zero spiritual understanding. Or I shouldn't say zero. Let's say first grade understanding. Because, yeah, I shouldn't say zero. Zero is actually completion, right? It's all about the ones and O's. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that, actually, when I'm preparing my meal. Kimchi, if you were interested in doing some energy work, you should add me on Facebook. If you're not ready today, perhaps you might be ready in the coming days. As I said, I can work with you anywhere in the world. This is work that you would feel immediately. Thank you for that link, Mr. Gray. I actually had somebody come up to me at my event the other day and ask me if I do you work with demons? We're like, no, I work against them. Thank you, Kimchi. Yeah, you just type in that name. That's my real name. Brian Osterhoudt. You'll find me located in Scranton. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that. Ow, I think I just got a splinter in my foot. That's not good. No. No, I did not. Yeah, I'm telling you, I truly am. You know, I mean, not to keep harping on it, but you know, not all psychics are healers. Not all healers are psychics, and you know, I work in many different ways. I'm a psychic healer, and I pray to have my mediumship completely open eventually. So I attract in all kinds of spiritual people. I work over Reiki masters and psychics and other healers because I do high realm angelic work. So, you know, when whatever it is that you're doing is not working for you anymore, then you have to go to a higher vibration, as we were talking about earlier with the crystals and frequencies and vibrations. So. I'm blessed to have that direct source connection with my energy, and so I attract all kinds, and witches. So somebody approached me about a reading, and she was young adult, and she's like. Oh, I said, I can tell you have, you know, just from talking to her, I said, I can tell you have some experience with readings. And she said, yes, my mother does readings. And I said, yeah, your mom does more than readings. And she's like, yeah, my mom's a high priestess witch. And I said, and then she goes, do you like to work with demons? I said, no, dear. I'm angelic all the way. Mm. Hi. Hello. Well, never mind. I was gonna make a joke. Thank you, Kimchi. Thank you. I have you on the radar. Yeah, you're right. I'm alright with just the negative spiritual attachments at this point. I don't want to really get into any of that higher level demonic work at this time of my life. There's enough work. Trust me, there's enough work to do with just regular healing and negative spirit attachment removals without getting into all that other stuff. Oh. Oh, California. Yeah. I'm an energy. I read energy. So doesn't mean that I don't know it all. But yes, if somebody engages with me in a certain, normally yes, that type of energy stands out right away. Well, that doesn't mean you're a witch. It just means you're psychically open. That's has nothing to do with anything. Being a witch is a religion, just like being a Christian is a religion. I do have friends who are witches, and that's their preference. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't work with with the energies that they work with, or the deities that they work with. I work with angels. I work with the elements of earth, just like, witches work with elements of earth. I work with elements of earth. The difference is I'm directly plugged in the source energy, so I am energy, where they actually can only work with the energy that's of the elements. And the other difference would be they work with deities that I don't work with. Where they work with deities, I work with angels. So that's the difference. The only difference is the energies. So there's nothing wrong with it. I don't, I don't work. I'm not friends with people who are witches that do demon work, that work with demons. There are people out there that are very open about their spiritual work and work in the left-hand path. I work in the right-hand path. Yes, Joyce. I thought we discussed this already. Yes, Joyce, I thought we have discussed this. Yeah, they do too. I don't work with heavy, I work with light. So there's a distinction between energies. there's a distinction in energies, which is probably why you're here in my room right now, Kim. Your energy's a little off, a little unbalanced. There's trust me, just because people have a spiritual awakening, or it's called an awakening, but it's actually an opening process. First off, it's a process, and when you go through it, you don't completely open up at once. That's very rare, because you wouldn't be able to handle it. You'd be locked away in a loony bin if you were. So it's a process of opening. Your spiritual awakening is an opening. And just because you're open doesn't mean you're balanced. So that's why God, or Source, or our Creator has blessed this world with light workers on many different levels. There are many different levels of light workers. But that's why I do the work that I do. Just bringing that balance in so that you are more in tune and in alignment. That's good. You're opening. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's very good. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking. Young, very young. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. See, I noticed that people are being awakened, opening very young, very, very young nowadays. Time's running. Something's in movement. Something's in motion. Yeah, we're getting ready for something big. You'll see. Yeah, well, again, you're being guided. I mean, people usually come into my room because they're being guided. If they stay in my room, they're definitely being guided. But if they're, if they're just like in and out, then they're just kind of cruising the YouTube channels. All right, altar's good. I'm happy. My workspace is expanded. It's just going to take a few days to adjust. Yeah, you're that's like that's like I was saying, just you're opening, and that's great. There's still more for you to come, but you don't you don't want to open up too fast without being properly aligned, or it's it's very, very intense, and it could be an unpleasant journey if you're not properly aligned. So, it's nice to meet you, and I hope to do some work with you at some point. And on that note, I'm going to bid everybody a farewell and a to-do. A to-do? You go do what you do, I gotta go do what I gotta do. I'm gonna bid you a farewell and a goodbye. Uh-oh. There's my rain warning. Tornado warning. Gray, blessings to you. It was good seeing you in the room again. Joyce, it was great seeing you as well. And Kimchi, it's a blessing to have you on. So I am a little, Kimchi, I'm busy this month I'm doing an event every weekend. So I'm conserving my energy during the week because I'm doing readings at an event for the next 5 weeks. So normally on my channel though, I am here Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a bunch of meditations on my channel that can help you get started and balancing your energy. So, well, no, this one actually is not like a psychic fair. I did that last month. I did my first psychic fair last month, and I enjoyed it. It was very much welcome change of pace from doing online work. And so I found the scariest place in town to go be a psychic. So yeah, so I'm doing readings at Reaper's Revenge, the haunted mountain ride. It's pretty interesting. Empowered. Okay, now I got to do that. Empowered Light Expo. I'll do that before I leave. Ain't social club. Anti-social social club? How can you be an anti-social social club? Let's see, Empowered Light Expo. Now you're telling me? Empowered Light Holistic Expo. Fair, Metaphysical Fair. What is this? Do they do it every year? Or is it a traveling event? What is this? Is it they do it every year? Is this the one that was just near Harrisburg? Was that the one near Harrisburg? So I'm Expo Oaks, PA, 2018. Did you work it? Like the one that I met you at? So I met Gray actually at an expo I was working last month.
The name of this conference is Empowered Light. It's the light that empowers us to become inspired and guided on the journey. As we gather here today, this is
Was it bigger than the one that we worked together? Oh. Well, here's some advice for you, Kimchi. You need to find a healer to work with and do healing work and energy work before anything. don't rush into the psychic world too fast. And don't go from getting a reading and a reading and a reading and a reading and a reading. And don't jump around from psychics and readers, because that's how you're going to taint your energy, and you'll end up having horrible energy that's unbalanced and have horrible things happening to you. So yeah, the psychic world and readings are fun, but it's real stuff, and every time somebody does a reading for you, you're allowing that person's energy to connect with your energy. So if they work with dark energy or nasty, heavy vibrations, then that's what you're letting into your energy. So you need to become more experienced with your energy and with opening your energy up more and working with a healer before you start jumping in to things like expos and online psychic sites. So be careful. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I tell it how it is. I'm very experienced with energy and healings, and you don't have to get a reading with me. You don't have to do energy work with me. But that doesn't change what I'm telling you. If you get, because people get addicted to doing readings, and they go from one reader to another reader to another reader, and they're, then they wonder why they're depressed and sad, and or why their energy is all over the place. Well, I'm a healer, so like I said, I work with angels, and I have a choice. I have to make a choice daily on how I work. It's I could very well easily go the other way. Trust me. And I probably would be a lot more powerful. But I know where my soul is going, and I love the light, and I know there's light and happiness and balance, and then there's the other shit: depression, heaviness, and dark energy. It's one of it's you go that way or you can go this way. But, that's your options. There's no in between. There's no going. There's no half, as they say, being on the fence. But, be careful if you're new to this. Even YouTube videos, be careful what you're watching. Because when you're watching a video, you're connecting to that energy. Trust me. You can go check out some of my videos and just do 1 or 2 meditations, and you'll feel the energy that I work with. But remember that same thing by going to anything, even online. It doesn't even have to be anything spiritual. You can go to an online website that has dark energy and heavy energy. Like, just for an example, go find a sex bondage, some dark sex bondage sex shit. And you can watch that, and you would, if you're sensitive to energy, you would feel that heaviness that is present there. And that's an example. That's an extreme example. I always go back to sex. I don't know why. Sacral chakra. It's because people understand that stuff. So just be careful. And remember, even with light workers, you have to still be careful. I know plenty of people who say that they're light workers that work within the community of light workers, and even I'm like, I don't know, you just gotta learn energies. I know plenty of people who go by the title of light workers that have mixed energy. So I'm just saying, be careful. Learn your personal energy. Learn from somebody who you can trust, and establish a relationship with, spiritual relationship with, and go from there. Don't jump all over the place. And even light workers, don't jump from one light worker to another, to another, to another. You need to find somebody that you can work with for a period of 6 months to a year, on and off, and just work with that one person. And that's how you'll learn. And that's how you'll learn about yourself and get yourself attuned properly. And, you know, you just got to be careful. So, you know, I have to be careful. Shit, daily. I have people in my life that I got to be careful about. Family members, you know. It is what it is. A spiritual path is a selfish path. And on that note, everybody have a blessed day. Put yourself before everybody else. If you want to be of service to other people, that's what you got to do. You got to be selfish when it comes to your spiritual energy. Have strong boundaries. Strong boundaries. Thank you for visiting, Gray. Thank you for visiting, Kim and Joyce. You're welcome. Blessings to you. How do I turn this off?